Nigri ni Mwanzo. Go is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man, Adam, called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name is Go with us. Matthew 1:23, Acts 4:12, in the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, Nigrtia, which means land of the gods. Ki Swahili, Tower of Babel, man's first tongue. Amani kutoka yu, peace from above. Welcome to Blacks, B-L-A-X, Black, B-L-A-C-K, TV, where I expound upon the virtues of our foreparents, which includes Wednesdays and Saturdays, where I am and I teach the Book of Life. Kitabucha Uzima. Reading from the New Testament of Emmanuel. Agano, Jipya, Emmanuel. Reading from the Epistle of Paul the Apostle to the Ephesians, chapter 4. I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, excuse me, I, therefore, the prisoner of the God of gods, beseech you to walk worthy of the calling with which you were called, with all lowliness and gentleness, with long suffering, bearing with one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called in one hope of your calling, one God of gold, one faith, one baptism, one God of gold and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. But to each one of us grace was given according to the measure of God of God's gift. Therefore he says, when he ascended on high, he had captive, and gave gifts to men. Now this he ascended, what does it mean? But that he also first descended into the lower parts of the earth. Question. He who descended is also the one who ascended far above all the heavens, that he might fill all things. And he himself gave some to be apostles, some prophets, some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers for the equal and some ministers, and teachers for the equipping of the saints, for the work of ministry, for the edifying of the body of Emmanuel, till we all come to the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the begotten Son of God, to a perfect man, to the measure of the stature of the fullness of Emmanuel. That we should no longer be children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the trickery of men, in the cunning craftiness of deceitful plotting. But speaking the truth in love may grow up in all things into him who is the head, GodWithUs, from whom the whole body joined and knit together by what every joint supplies, according to the effective working by which every part does its share, cause growth of the body for the edifying of itself in love. This I say therefore and testify in the GodWithUs, that you should no longer walk as the rest of the Gentiles walk in the futility of their minds, having their understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of GodWithUs because of the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, who being past feeling have given themselves over to lewdness, to work all uncleanness and greediness. But you have not so learned, Emmanuel. If indeed you have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Emmanuel, that you put off concerning your former conduct the old man which grows corrupt according to the deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man which was created according to GodWithUs in true righteousness and holiness. Therefore, putting away lying, let each one of you speak truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your wrath. Now give pleasure, no, nor give place to Satan. Let him who stole steal no longer, but rather let him labor, working with his hands what is good, that he may have something to give him who has need. Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers. And do not grieve the Holy Spirit of GodWithUs, by whom you were sealed for the day of redemption. Let all bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. And be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as GodWithUs in Emmanuel forgave you. Word. Wow. Wow. See, chapter 4, verse 1. I, therefore, the prisoner of the GodWithUs. See, I am not the prisoner of no Lord. See what I'm saying? I am the prisoner of GodWithUs, because being a prisoner of GodWithUs, I get to sit here and interpret and teach. One more time. I get to interpret and teach, just like verse 11 over here where it says, and some pastors. No, it says pastors, and then it turns right around and says for the work of ministry. So you already know it ain't supposed to be pastors, it's supposed to be ministers. One more time. See, as I say, when you conceded it, you do what you're supposed to do because it's right there for you to see. See, it's right there. It tells you. See what it says? And he himself gave some to be apostles, some prophets, some evangelists, and some ministers and teachers for the equipping of the saints for the work of ministry. See what I'm saying? One more time. No preaching, no pastors. Minister the ministry. One more time. Paying attention to what gold say, just like 13, till we all come to the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the begotten Son of gold to a perfect man. Remember, I was just saying, Emmanuel, perfect. That's why his name ain't go with us. He was and is perfect. One more time. That's why man had nothing to do with him except opening the door for him to come forth. Joseph knew his wife and then he knew her not. Joseph took his wife. Joseph took his wife and then he knew her not. He took his wife because he had to open the door for the child, the perfect one, to come forth. That's why he was directly implanted, because if he had been planted through man, his initial, original, first thought is survival. So therefore, Judas would not have survived, because he would have did what all men do, which is their first instinct is to survive. I know he's supposed to kill me. I'm going to kill him first. Yet, having that knowledge, he still went and asked God, to think maybe, just maybe, one more time, to show his mortality. Yes, man had nothing to do with him except for opening the door. Joseph took his wife and then he knew her not, so that the child may come forth. One more time. He was and is perfect. And to make sure that those who seeketh God knowledge, his truth, he brought forth and made sure that reflections of Emmanuel, feet upon his golden head, the wolf of lamb, also achieved perfection. I don't think you hear me. The Tuskegee Airmen, the winners of the first Top Gun, which the white folks kept buried for 55 years, they lost not one airship. I don't know how many missions they went on, but they lost not one airship. They did their job to perfection, just like Emmanuel. One more time. Feet upon his golden head, the wolf of the lamb. One more time. When they won the Top Gun, the white folks gave their people the top machines and gave the Tuskegee Airmen trash airplanes. But one more time. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Huh? I keep telling y'all. Noah built a rocket ship because Noah didn't build nothing. God told him, here, I want this like this and I want this like that. If you think like they want you to think, you can't thank for yourself. You can't be thankful that Noah is your forefather, who it shows you right there. God showed him how to build what he was building. So what make you think he was building a boat? One more time. Perfection, the Tuskegee Airmen. Perfection, Emmanuel, Acts 4:12. Emmanuel, Matthew 1:23, because it's easy as 1, 2, 3. When you can see it, what it shows you right here, perfection. Till we all, chapter 4, verse 13, till we all come to the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the begotten Son of God, to a perfect man, to the measure of the stature of the fullness of Emmanuel. One more time. It's right there for you to see. You can change it if you want to. One more time. I keep telling you, this is what I do. I change mine because I don't knowledge their goal. Their goal is their goal. Because the Lord showed me how to be a teacher. That's why when I said something about And some pastors, you see, I didn't even like that. It didn't even taste right in my mouth. Pastors, too much like preaching. Pastors lead to preachers. Ministers lead to ministering. One more time. Doctors minister to you. One more time. Ministering is something different than being a pastor who's preaching, because preachers are taught to tell you that the J you looking at, Jesus, means Jesus or Jesus, but you better not say Jesus. Blasphemy to you, on you. You need to get on your knees and bow your head and beg, oh glory, for forgiveness. Whereas go to God said, Mark 11:25, stand and pray. Go to God said, Luke 18:11, stand and pray. Go to God said, Luke 18:13, don't look up because you know you're a sinner, but still stand and pray. And acknowledge to go to God out loud, for the whole world can hear you, that I'm a sinner, but still glorify as I stand here. Because I can't look to heaven, but I will close my eyes and glorify and acknowledge to go to God got me alive. Because he's thankful. He ain't thinking. He's thanking. One more time. When you thank it, one more time, just like me, I keep telling people, I get this as I'm reading this. As I'm reading this, I see Emmanuel. One more time, verse 20, but you have not so learned Emmanuel. Why have you not learned Emmanuel? Because you still with that Jesus. I mean, Jesus. Jesus is their God. Allah is their God. Buddha is their God. Jehovah is their God. Their God is their God. As the people gave praises to Dagon about Samson's catcher. But at the end, Samson brought down the whole tabernacle because of what? God displaying his power through his chosen. One more time. If your feet polished gold and your head a wood of a lamb, it depends on what you want. You can see that it means Emmanuel. Or you can keep looking and saying to yourself, just like everybody else say, Jesus, Jesus. We all know that he really is not white. Okay, so he's not, if you say so. Enjoy fooling yourself into believing what you're looking at. Keep looking. I, on the other hand, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing right now. Ministering, teaching his truth. One more time. His truth is Emmanuel. Imanuel. Jesus is their God. Let them have their God. That's their God. They can have it. Now, one more time. Choices. You can choose to see it, Emmanuel, as you read the book of life. Peel that corner off and put on there, write on there yourself with your own handwriting, so that every time you pick up your book, this is what you're reading. And when you're reading that, you can see that the trees is the forest. I'm going to say again. When you can see it, what they call a self-book of life. When you can, every time you pick yours up, you're reading and seeded it and learning something new. Like me, I'm learning something new. And that's what keeps you alive. It's up to you. Choices. What you seeded it, to go to goal. That said, his power is the power. Through you, his power flows if you can seed it up and separate yourself from those who want to get on their knees and bow their head. It ain't hard. It's not hard. When you see Jesus, you scratch that out and put Imanuel, Emmanuel. That's it. It's easy. Because when you start calling on his name, you will be calling on Acts 4:12. One name given among men on earth guaranteed to get you to heaven. Emmanuel, whose name means go with us. Trip, seas, trip, seas, trip, seas, cool, calm, collected. WWW, whole wide world. In the name of Emmanuel, go with us. In the name of Emmanuel, go with me. In the name of Emmanuel, our big brother, or you can choose between the J that you're not allowed to say.